So I need to catch up on an intro that we got so rudely interrupted by. And first, I need to do a little explanation here. Um, on the day I was born, there were complications and I had no vital signs. And they had to cut me out and they were resuscitating me. And one of the head nurses recognized the date and recognized my birthmark and saw something that scared her in there, and she said, let him die. But a struggle ensued, and doctors and nurses fighting over a dead baby, and here we go. I was born in a Crossfire Hurricane. Like I said, I scan everything. These are the looks I get when I enter any building. Wherever I go, I get looks of shock.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You forgot to say please.
You want some too? Welcome to hell. You can stab me? I'll stab you in the back. Give me that, you freaking retard.
Take it.
That's right.
Can't let you take the man's wheels, son. Now get off before I put you down. That's it, goddammit.
back. We made it through an intro. Cool. Finally. So let's get to business. Okay, here we are. Let me get the magic wand out here. Where'd it go? I almost died a little while ago, so bear with me. All right, here we go. Is this all centered in the screen? It better be. I had it adjusted. All right, not much going on. Nice and quiet. We're March 8th, 2023. This is a nice, quiet day on the sun. Finally, all the data and a quiet day, which is good. Finally, a quiet day on the sun, even though it was a rough day on Earth. Now, we're going to go to this instrument, which lately has been, let's just say, disturbing. And here we are. Surprise, surprise, huh? Or no surprise. Here's this huge dip. This is exactly what my day was like. It's just amazing that this thing is responding right before I go live. This is what, the 9th time? I've lost count. 7, 8, yeah, 7, 8, 9, so 9, yeah, again, yeah, duh, again. I have these giant faces that follow me in the clouds everywhere I go. This stuff is just like happens, everything happens to me everywhere I go. Oh, I wish I could explain, but some of you guys understand. Others are still trying to figure it out, but let the instruments do the talking. How about that? Like I said before, this is God speaking to you through scientific instruments. I'm sorry. This is God speaking to you through scientific instruments. Okay, it's 9 days in a row, dude. It's more than coincidence. The odds of it happening 2 times are pretty good. The odds of it happening 3 times are out there. And then 9 times? What's that? 3 threes? Wow. All I can say is wow. Let's open the tracker, see if they got it on. I'm sure they won't. Oh, they got something going off to the side now, this direction, which is good. At least it's not Earth facing. Please update here. Come on, baby. What you doing? There we go. You'll have to forgive it. The show might lag a little bit tonight. Fair warning, our internet is lagging because of our storm. Electromagnetic interference has been taking out my truck, my Wi-Fi. Anyways, we got to see me going off this way. That's okay. As long as it's not coming at Earth. That's all I was worried about. Now, are you, what, going to update in the middle of my show again? No, it's not. All right. Okay, that wasn't an update. Never mind. So, I think that's all I really wanted to see out of this. Let's just go back to this. I need to look at this one more time. If this will bear with me. Oh, come on. Let me slide this over here. And, come on, you. There it goes. Like I said, my stuff's lagging, so show might lag a little bit. Let's click on this because I want to see what the deeper graph shows. Oh, all right. Get this little box out of there. All right, we have a... Let me scroll this up. Can we, please? All right, we have a very violent dip right here. This purple one goes off the page. This red line goes way down into the purple valley. Here, I'm not even going to pull this out just to give you guys a little close up. See what I'm talking about? Maybe I'll get in tonight. Tonight, you know what? We're going to make this report kind of quick because God's been pressing on me all day how important tonight's gem is. Okay, so let's just bang this out real quick. All right, maybe I'll do an update, more scientific weather update later on because we really need to get to the gem. Now, where am I? Let's back out of this. That was good enough. This is like the deepest, widest, hardest trough that we've had yet. Probably the hardest day I've had yet. Um, heart attack. Be right back. Okay. I don't know how to explain it. Let's move on though, because I can't look at that too long. Let's go over to the Schumann. Touch base with the Schumann. We are screeching. Our brakes have kind of let up a little bit. We've had a little break here. Looks like we've done some absorption after these breaks. We're in an absorption period right now. The 7.83 is nice and strong. There's this one little thin line going through there. There was probably one little blip, one little pulse of the brakes or whatever. Did you see the bubbles on Mars? Yeah, I did. I saw the bubbles. Yeah. Yep, all side effects of magnetic interference drop. We were talking about the Mars having a magma now underneath its active, a new active magma chambers under the crust of Mars that are becoming active now, causing crustal displacement on Mars, and Mars is having Mars quakes, not earthquakes, but Mars quakes. So that was a good call on that one there, Drop. All right, sorry, I had to answer somebody a very important question in the chat there. So back to the report here, because we got to get to this gem. It's like so important. Okay, Schumann's looking good. What are we going to do with this one? We'll skip the fires. I want to look at our polar vortex real quick, though. Give me the winds. Okay, remove the chart. Let's take a peek at the top of the world. And mainly one vortex, our sub-vortex is over here and weakening and falling south. Well, actually, it's still up here in northern Russia here, Siberia, is what I was trying to say. While this other side over here is more, it's now more over the Atlantic than it was over America. So it has shifted now this direction. The weaker one has now shifted way far away from this one. So it looks like our battle vortex is dying, is weakening. Okay, and let's just take it and see what the effects of are in America. See, this upper flow is way up high now, and it's weakening. So that's going to allow our storms to come through nice and smooth now. This reverse flow won't slow them up. Okay, so now we're going to drop down just a tad bit here. Oh my God. Let's back out a little bit. Let's look at our upper jet here. It's still, we got this little split in the upper jet going through the middle here because our vortex is starting to settle in. These are starting to get more rounder and smoother. We still have these little bubbles and divots, but we're in transition. Let's go to the southern pole. It's in transition as well. Now you can see it's starting to have these deep troughs now because we're almost to the equinox. So no longer are they going to have the smooth effect. Theirs is going to get all bumpy and troughy now, okay? Which is going to affect the weather on the southern hemisphere. People live down here in Argentina and stuff. Their winter, which will be our summer, is going to be rough on them. So fair warning for everybody here in the southern hemisphere. Get ready for your rough weather here coming soon. All right? As ours starts to taper off a little bit, we still have this extremely dangerous jet stream going right across the middle of the country. Right now, this sub-vortex is taking just a little bit off of here, taking it north, and bringing it back down into California. What it's might do, this might actually save some flooding. If this cold air can manage to bring the temperatures down when this storm hits the eastern Sierra, it could reduce flooding. We want more snow, less water. Okay, because if rain hits all the tons of snow that's up there, you're going to have flash flooding on a scale that's going to be nightmarish. Okay, so we do have this little flow of northerly stuff. Let's hope that's enough to keep this storm a little bit colder. Everybody pray for the storm to be just a tad bit colder. 1 degree or, 50 feet in elevation could mean the difference between trillions of gallons of water. You understand what I'm saying? It's that close to where every foot really matters. So let's pray that this storm kind of cools everything off. We got too much snow as it is, but we can't handle water melting all that snow. I mean, we got to get rid of it. It could be good to get rid of some of the snow, but then it's just going to cause another nightmare. So I'm happy to kind of see this. Hopefully this will continue to suck some more and get stronger and bring colder air in with this storm, because we can't afford more water. Oh, look at this. Watch this. I just saw something funny. I'm back out here. You guys see the crazy face, the 2 eyes, and the funny smile? Never mind. I'm just trying to have fun. I got to keep a sense of humor or else I'll lose my mind. Okay. So that's our jet stream still being outrageous. Let's get to our forecast model real quick. We got all data here? Yeah, we got 16 days. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let this play. Take a quick break, like I do. Take a drag while you guys pick out your time and area. Let me adjust so we can get the whole map in there. Time and dates are up here. We're starting off. This is opening frame at 10 p.m. March 8th. Current conditions right around now, okay? So I'm going to hit play and watch your little section of the country. Watch these storms as they come in, dive down, make these huge comma, and watch for the icing areas, the pink areas. So here we go. There's that one moving out as another moves through. There's another event. Dude. Oh, no. All right. Let's play for just a sec here. Ow. Sorry, I just got done working, and I haven't even had a chance to relax yet. All right, hang on for a sec. We got clear skies right now, but we got a storm still coming in, so. It was super windy here. Are you guys experiencing a lot of winds in your area? Windier than normal, like increased by maybe 10% in speed or length of the time of the wind storm? Because I've been noticing a lot of snow drifting. And what happens with snow drifting is it'll make one spot bald and another spot really deep. So you could be driving down the highway on dry pavement and come around a corner and hit a big old thick patch of snow, and it'll throw you off to the side. So, all right, back to business here. Finish the loop, and then we'll go frame by frame and get into tonight's gem. So everybody hang around for tonight's gem. All right, this is so important. God has put this on my heart so heavy that I have to get it out now. So if you guys are ready for that and looking forward to that, be patient real quick and we'll get right to it as soon as I bang this out. All right. One more frame. There we go. Okay, opening frames. Here we are, go back one. All right, March 8th, 10 p.m. It's just about to turn the 9th anyway, so here we go. There's the 9th. As we proceed, we got some thunderstorms growing here. Nothing too bad, but snow up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin area, as this next storm just slams the West Coast. Everybody brace for impact, okay? Brace for impact. Get your sandbags ready. Here it comes. All right, boom. Boom. It's still annihilating this place while this low moves through New York now, bringing snow to Pennsylvania and New York, snow up to Washington, all through Idaho, Montana. California still getting walloped, okay? Nevada, Utah getting it. Here goes, Sierra's still going, okay? As this big comma shape starts to form here. Let's back up. Yeah, let's go for it. There it is right there. This one has a little icing event now here. So this is an update. This has changed since yesterday. But still activity going on in Northern California all the way down basically to almost Southern California. So, and just round after round after round after round. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, goodness. So March 14th, 5 a.m. Pacific time, in the middle, very early in the morning on the Pacific coast here, is going to be another brutal event on March 14th here. This storm moving in after we've had flash flooding and stuff is just not going to help, all right? So if you have the opportunity, if you're in a low-lying area or next to a creek in this area, get out of there. I would evacuate. I wouldn't even stick around. I would pack some stuff up, get out of there, stay at a friend's house, stay at a family member's house. I don't know, take a vacation or whatever you need to do to prepare, evacuate, and brace for impact. Boom. Here's another, just going to be brutal through the mountains there. If you're trying to get over the passes, I wouldn't try to, on this day, okay? Don't even try to go out on that day. Hunker down as that thing moves through. Then once it clears, then you can go travel. They can clear the roads and stuff. But then as that thing moves through, we're getting this long stretched out from this thing all the way down to here. Watch here in Texas. This is not going to be good. Still worried about these split cells with the pop-ups out in front, okay? Little icing event here. Another round hitting the west coast, okay? And, oh, again, this is, all right, this is like a red alert now. No more playing around on the west coast, folks. Time to take it seriously. And what's going on here in Florida? Let me back up. Okay, it looks like it flares up right off the coast. Good. As more snow and stuff. Now see, here comes another little spit sputter. Northern California still. And then here's another round on the March 24th at 11 a.m. getting hit on the west coast again. All right. And that's about all the data they have for the moment. Okay? Hopefully you saw all that. Now, oh boy. How do I do this, Lord? I was supposed to rehearse this, but I can't rehearse anything. I got to just do it through him. Let him take control. So how am I going to do this, Lord? We're going to do that. What if we did that one first? No. You wanted what? No. So you want me to start here? Okay. All right. We're going to start here. So for tonight's gem, everybody, hold on tight. I'm using this for educational purposes. And a slight delay here. It's okay. Come on, computer. Come on. All right. Let's just blow this up. Quick little report tonight on Tucker Carlson. I hate mainstream media, but finally they reported on something. If we could get this screen to blow up, thank you. And if, Lord, we could get this to rewind to the very beginning. Okay, Fox News, I'm using your report for educational purposes because the people need to know.
These are the pictures you've seen of January 6th. They're familiar because they've been playing on a loop on every media outlet in America for the last 2 years. There's a reason for that. But it turns out there's quite a bit of video you haven't seen. And that video tells a very different story about what happened on January 6th. More than 40,000 hours of surveillance footage from in and around the Capitol have been withheld from the public. Hours of story about what happened on January 6th.
Hang on.
More than 40,000 hours of surveillance footage from in and around the Capitol. More than 40,000 hours of surveillance footage from in and around the Capitol have been withheld from the public. And once you see the video, you'll understand why. Capitol have been withheld from the public. And once you see the video, you'll understand why. Capitol have been withheld from the public. Once you see the video, you'll understand why. Taken as a whole, the video record does not support the claim that January 6th was an insurrection. In fact, it demolishes that claim. And that's exactly why the Democratic Party and its allies in the media prevented you from seeing it. Exactly why the Democratic Party and its allies in the media prevented you from seeing it. Exactly why the Democratic Party and its allies in the media prevented you from seeing it. By controlling the images you were allowed to view from January 6th, they controlled how the public understood that day. Allowed to view from January 6th, they controlled how the public understood that day. You were allowed to view from January 6th, they controlled how the public understood that day. They could lie about what happened, and you would never know the difference. Those lies had a purpose. Lie about what happened, and you would never know the difference. Those lies had a purpose. Lie about what happened, and you would never know the difference. Those lies had a purpose. They created a pretext for a federal crackdown on opponents of the Uniparty in Washington.
Our office ensured that there was shock and awe that we could charge as many people as possible.
The first thing you notice from viewing the full video record of January 6th is just how many people entered the Capitol building that day. Hundreds and hundreds of people, possibly thousands, over the course of about 2 hours. The crowd was enormous. A small percentage of them were hooligans. They committed vandalism. You've seen their pictures again and again. But the overwhelming majority weren't. They were peaceful. They were orderly and meek. These were not insurrectionists. They were sightseers. Footage from inside the Capitol overturns the story you've heard about January 6th. Protesters queue up in neat little lines. They give each other tours outside the Speaker's office. They take cheerful selfies and they smile. They're not destroying the Capitol. They obviously revere the Capitol. They're there because they believe the election was stolen from them. They believe in the system. They're there because they believe the election was stolen from them. They believe in the system. They're there because they believe the election was stolen from them. They believe in the system. Here's the man you've heard referred to as the QAnon shaman outside the Senate chamber. These are not rioters. These are people who wandered over from a political rally.
We will not let them silence your voices.
After the rally, they walked down Pennsylvania Avenue, where organizers had secured a federal permit to hold a legal rally on the grounds of the Capitol.
I know that
Organizers had secured a federal permit to hold a legal rally on the grounds of the Capitol. Organizers had secured a federal permit to hold a legal rally on the grounds of the Capitol.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. To peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. To peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Once at the Capitol building, things began to get chaotic. Capitol police officers fired tear gas into the crowd. A few at the front of the herd broke windows. Someone opened the doors, and many hundreds of others just walked in.
We're gonna make that the story.
Of course, they did make it the story. And at the center of it, the single most famous person arrested that day was a Navy veteran from Arizona called Jacob Chansley. Arrested that day was a Navy veteran from Arizona called Jacob Chansley. Arrested that day was a Navy veteran from Arizona called Jacob Chansley, often referred to as the QAnon shaman.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just heard something. Okay. Boy, let's just say the Lord, I cannot look at this gentleman's face, so let's just back up a frame. Let's look at this hero right here. Okay? Boy, God is really pissed off about people who took an oath, okay? Oath keepers, all right? I don't know about you, but I took an oath to defend this country, okay? I took an oath to defend it against enemies foreign and domestic. Okay? I don't see anybody holding their oath. Not one of these clowns. Nobody in the police department, nobody in the FBI, nobody in the Congress, no president, nobody has fucking held their oath. And God is, what did he gave me a term. I was trying to write down livid, and he made me scratch out and start writing mad, but mad got scratched out, and he wrote down with my left hand, apoplectic. Then he wrote down 3 different words. This is a new term. Forgive me, Lord, but you're the one that wrote this down. Apo-fucking-plectic. Spelled APPOFUKINPLECTIC. Apo-fucking-plectic. Because these people put their hand on a Bible and they take an oath to defend this country. This is the only man who's ever upheld his oath. Watch this closely, you people.
Called Jacob Chansley, often referred to as the QAnon shaman.
The so-called QAnon shaman. QAnon shaman.
Someone named Q Shaman.
Jacob Chansley became the face of January 6th, a dangerous conspiracy theorist dressed in outlandish costume who led the violent insurrection to overthrow American democracy. For these crimes, Chansley was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison, far more time than many violent criminals now. He was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison, far more time than many violent criminals now receive. Sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison, far more time than many violent criminals now receive. What did Jacob Chansley do to receive this punishment? To this day, there is dispute over how Chansley got into the Capitol building. But according to our review of the internal surveillance video, it is very clear what happened once he got inside. Virtually every moment of his time inside the Capitol was caught on tape. The tapes show that Capitol Police never stopped Jacob Chansley. They helped him. They acted as his tour guides. Never stopped Jacob Chansley. They helped him. They acted as his tour guides. Never stopped Jacob Chansley. They helped him. They acted as his tour guides. Here's video of Chansley in the Senate chamber. Capitol Police officers take him to multiple entrances and even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley. 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley. At least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down. Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down. Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down. Chansley understood that Capitol Police were his allies. Video shows him giving thanks for them in a prayer on the floor of the Senate. Watch.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us into the building. Giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us into the building. The inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us into the building.
Contrast the reality of what Jacob Chansley did in the Capitol building on January 6th, the indisputable facts recorded on video, some of which has never before been seen, with the depiction of Jacob Chansley that you've seen in the media for more than 2 years. He's a terrorist, they said. He should be killed.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Like,
Whoa. Who needs to be shot? Let's just not shoot him, but boy, does he look like an idiot, doesn't he? This is the problem with America, right here. This is the problem with the media and America, and God is apo-fucking-plectic. Now, let's continue.
you burst into the United States. If he was dressed like Bin Laden, would you have shot him?
Shoot him! Shoot him! It makes you wonder, who are the violent extremists here? Not Jacob Chansley. And the video proves you wonder, who are the violent extremists here? Not Jacob Chansley. It makes you wonder, who are the violent extremists here? Not Jacob Chansley. It makes you wonder, who are the violent extremists here? Not Jacob Chansley. And the video proves that. But you would never have known from the media coverage.
The people said
Video proves that, but you would never have known from the media coverage. And the video proves that, but you would never have known from the media coverage.
the people sitting in the chairs need to be sitting in a jail cell.
Okay, let's pause right there with Lindsey Graham's little comment. Let's get it back real quick.
Chansley is
Sitting in the chairs need to be sitting in a jail cell.
Okay, we're going to pause right there. Yes, Lord, we're doing just how you want, I guess. And now he says we're going here. And we're going to play this again because we got rudely interrupted on this again. So this has to complete. I think you guys already know this one, but let's just play it again.
Guess which is it? Is it NBA or NFL? 36 have been accused of spousal abuse. 7 have been arrested for fraud. 19 have been accused of writing bad checks. 117 have directly or indirectly been bankrupted at least 2 businesses. 3 have done time for assault. 71, I repeat, 71 cannot get a credit card due to their bad credit. 14 have been arrested on drug-related charges. 8 have been arrested for shoplifting. 21 currently are defendants in lawsuits, and 84 have been arrested for drunk driving in the last year. How many of you think NBA? How many of you think NFL? Well, the answer is neither. It's the 435 members of the United States Congress.
Whoa! 380 out of 435. If you guys watched the last video, I did all kinds of math and percentages for you guys. That's 87% of Congress is all criminals, and that's the other 87%, and the other 13% are the good guys, maybe, or haven't gotten caught yet, or the media covers for them. All right, let's continue. Now that you know that it's not the NBA or the NFL, let's play this again and think about Congress, shall we?
Is it NBA or NFL? 36 have been accused of spousal abuse.
36 of your congressmen have been accused of spousal abuse.
7 have been arrested for fraud.
7 arrested for fraud. They should all be arrested for fraud.
19 have been accused of writing bad checks.
Dude, they all write bad checks to country after country. There's spending money that they don't have. That's our money that we earned. Are you kidding me? Apoplectic, baby.
117 have directly or indirectly been bankrupted at least 2 businesses.
117 have directly or indirectly bankrupted at least 2 businesses. So take 117 and multiply it times 2. We're at 235. That's 235 businesses ruined by these idiots. Shall we continue?
3 have done time for assault.
Oh, what? 3 have done time for assault? That's awesome.
71, I repeat, 71 cannot get a credit card due to their bad credit.
What? Members of Congress? 71 members of Congress? These rich bastards that steal our money? 71 of them can't get a credit card? Are you kidding me? Epo.
14 have been arrested on drug-related charges.
What? 14 have been arrested on drug-related charges. It's time to start drug testing these people. Ankle monitors, I want color codes, I want P-tests, random drug tests every day. They need to be monitored.
8 have been arrested for shoplifting.
What? They have how much money? And they shoplift? Appo.
21 currently are defendants in lawsuits.
21 are currently defendants in lawsuits. What does that tell you about our lawmakers? They don't even follow their own laws. They're being sued.
84 have been arrested for drunk driving in the last year. How many of you think NBA?
84 for drunk driving. They're violent, they're dangerous criminals that should be in jail, and they're out on our roads. They're in our Congress writing laws. They're stealing elections, causing the people to react. And now let's go back to what Lindsey was saying here. Oh, we want it full screen, don't we, Lord? Yes, thank you.
The chairs need to be sitting in a jail cell.
Chansley,
People sitting in the chairs need to be sitting in a jail cell.
Chansley,
People sitting in the chairs need to be sitting in a jail cell.
That's right, Lindsay. You need to be sitting in a jail cell, not this hero here who fought and served for our country and tried to uphold his oath that he took to defend against domestic terrorists like our president and our three-letter agencies. They're all domestic terrorist organizations. And if you fund them, that's a felony. So paying taxes is funding this criminal organization. You guys are all felons for helping fund a criminal organization. Isn't that wonderful? Can you see why he's a little apo?
is in a jail cell. He's been there for months. If he was in fact committing such a grave crime...
Oh, he's been there for since this day, without a fair trial, in isolation. He's not even in general population. I have been in an isolation cell for long periods of time, and it is not healthy for a person, okay? This is a hero right here that they put in an isolation cell without due process, without justice, and these criminals allowed him to walk in. They... apoplectic.
Why didn't the officers who were standing right next to him place him under arrest?
Why?
Until now, no one could even prove that even happened. But it did.
Okay. Hope that was a little eye-opening for you folks. And what was that, Lord? You want to continue on with what? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. So, another issue he's having is our education system. All right? Everybody has been educated to be brainwashed. We all eat this stuff for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The bowl of shit, I call it. It's like getting up and chowing down on a bowl of shit every day. And I come along with some peanuts of truth, and you see peanuts in your shit, and you get disgusted, not by the shit that you're eating, but by the peanuts that I put in there that made it contrast and pointed out the shit. All right? I have to use metaphors because you guys just can't understand it. Unless I know. All right, so let's continue on. So he's very upset with the education system and what damage it has done to our kids. And what was he saying about this? Oh, so we're going to have a little history lesson here. How many of you know about the War of 1812? Raise your hands, kiddies. Anybody in the chat know about the War of 1812? Should have been taught in school because it's extremely important. And when you find out, I've just picked out a good 6-minute, short little 6-minute video that will be so eye-opening you will be glad you watched it, okay? The War of 1812. Now think about these dates. We claimed independence in 1776, right? We got tired of paying taxes to the British, and we threw their tea into the harbor, right? We protested. Well, that pissed them off, and they had enough of the America. So they came back at us and attacked America. Did you guys know that the British came back after 1776 and attacked America? Did you want to know what happened? You better know what happened, so here we go.
No drawing room was ever as brilliantly lit as the whole city that night. As flames burst through the roof of the Capitol, there was a roll of thunder.
At about 10:30 p.m., the men move on to another key government target, the White House. In the dining room, they find the table set. Coburn orders wine poured, and in a sarcastic toast to the president, drinks to Jemmy's health.
These are the British in the White House mocking us.
Through the rooms, grabbing souvenirs, including a ceremonial sword and a pair of rhinestone buckles. Even Major General Ross pockets President Madison's love letters to Dolly.
What a dick. This is true. This is your real history, folks. Pay attention, take some notes.
Outside the mansion, the Redcoats pitch their torches through the windows, engulfing the White House in flames.
The destruction of Washington's public buildings, these fires, the glow of which was seen 50 miles away, struck at the hearts of many Americans wherever they were.
Every American heart is bursting with shame and indignation at the catastrophe, recalls George Douglas, a militia private. Perhaps no one feels the emotions more deeply than President Madison, who watches the fires from horseback in Virginia.
There's no sign of panic. There was intense concern about making sure the government didn't fold up, and he felt, of course, a responsibility.
That's real continuity of government, not this fake shit.
At that stage, Madison was thinking, where would he find Dolly? Where would the rest of the government be? How could he reconvene them to show that the government could still function and still exist in an effective form?
The next morning, August 25th, the British set the Library of Congress and the Navy Yard afire as storm clouds threatened overhead. But at 2 o'clock that afternoon, two events would transform a burning Washington into a scene beyond comprehension. With little warning, one of the most powerful hurricanes in its history hits Washington. Lightning splits clouds open as gale-force winds tear through the city.
Out of nowhere comes this uncanny storm, which not only dumps a tremendous torrential downpour, but it rages against this British column.
One redcoat recalls the fury of this perfect storm.
Our column was completely dispersed, as if it received a total defeat. Some of the men flying for shelter behind walls and buildings, and others falling flat upon the ground to prevent themselves from being carried away. Such was the violence of the wind that two pieces of cannon were fairly lifted from the ground and borne several yards away.
What has started out as a blessing is about to become a catastrophic event of epic proportions. As the hurricane wreaks destruction throughout the burning city, a tornado suddenly appears from the sky and shears through the center of the Capitol. A tornado suddenly appears from the sky and shears through the center of the Capitol. A tornado suddenly appears from the sky and shears through the center of the Capitol. For 2 hours, the immense storm rages through Washington, dousing most of the flames that have turned the Capitol into an inferno.
We now know a tornado actually touches down like the wrathful hand of God from the Old Testament and inflicts more casualties in the middle of that British column than they even suffered in Bladensburg. Casualties in the middle of that British column than they even suffered in Bladensburg. Casualties in the middle of that British column than they even suffered in Bladensburg.
When the storm clears out the next day, so do the British. The invasion force returns to Benedict, Maryland, a battered and bewildered unit. Meanwhile, the President and First Lady finally reunite at a roadside tavern. They return to Washington on August 27th and view the devastation. In just 24 hours, a capital that had taken 10 years to build had been reduced to a charred wasteland. The White House is now a smoldering, roofless shell, a charred wasteland. A capital that had taken 10 years to build had been reduced to a charred wasteland. The White House is now a smoldering, roofless shell. The Madisons realize that they will never live there again. Dolly's depression turns to bitterness, and the president condemns the British as damned rascals.
Damned rascals. Damned rascals didn't even teach you this stuff in school. Do you see how important it is? Do you see why they take God out of school now? You want to know why he's apoplectic at the schools? Because this was failed to be mentioned. His work was failed to be recognized. And he is apoplectic. You guys are... Somebody's in deep shit. So I think that's where we're going to leave it off, Lord. No, you want me to go there, huh? Okay. All right. Here's the second gem, or disturbing. Yeah, well, I guess we got to show it then, don't we? Some of you may have seen this stuff already. It's very disturbing. You probably don't want to see it. Come on, computer. Quit jamming up on me. Maybe you don't want me to show it then. We're going to use this gentleman's video for teachable reasons. Come on. You see the computer's really fighting this one. Alright. This gentleman right here is possessed, alright? He has been shot in the face, right above his cheekbone right here. I looked closely. His teeth have elongated, and he has bitten out some of his teeth, and I know what that's like. So this man is under a demon attack. He's possessed, and just watch this if you can stomach it.
Céu santificasse em vosso nome. Venha a nós o vosso reino. Seja feita a vossa vontade. Assim na terra como no céu. E com o nosso pedacinho nos dai hoje. Perdoa as nossas ofensas, assim como nós perdoamos nossos pecadores. Não nos deixei cair em tentação, mas livrai do mal. Amém. Você não é poderoso. Você não é poderoso. Jesus, Deus está aqui. Deus é maior do que tudo. Você não é poderoso. Deus é maior. Jesus Cristo está aqui. Eu conheço a Bíblia melhor do que você. Você não tem poder, você é corrupto. Sou corrupto. Vou te falar que você não é. Embate que eu vou estar na cozinha, eu te aguardando. Embate. Você é do mal. Embate. Você não é. Você é do mal. Sai. Isso. Sai. Qual é o santo que tá aí? Qual é o santo que tá aí? Fala aí. Lúcifer. Lúcifer. Tu tá incorporado no santo, né? Tu tá incorporado no santo, né? Tu tá incorporado no santo, né? Quero ver se o santo vai segurar a tua vida isso. Bate. Quero ver. Não vou te bater não, porque Deus é maior. Meu cavalo estava inocente, estava trabalhando. Meu cavalo, eu trouxe meu cavalo até aqui. Eu não vou fazer nada com vocês. Só não quero que encoste no meu cavalo. Deus é maior. Inocente. Ele é inocente, está indo sobre a covardia. Volta para onde você estava. Larga esse...
Alright. That's good enough of that. Yes, the man is possessed. I've been in several institutions. I've witnessed this stuff firsthand in my life, and I have experience in this field. I'm an expert because of experience, and what you're seeing there is what our members of Congress are, okay? Think about it. They're all possessed, and they don't even know it. They're a bunch of liars, thieves. They're stealing. They're going to destroy this country. They took an oath. They don't uphold it. They put their hand on a Bible and say, I promise to defend this country against domestic terrorists. Our agencies that protect these people, the security details, and let's just come out and say it. The Secret Service is in deep shit with God because they protect this criminal. And they're good men standing by and letting this continue to happen. There's a sergeant in arms is the only person who's allowed to arrest the president or a member of Congress. We need a whole force, a whole police force of sergeant at arms for this group of criminals, okay? And I hope they're listening. I hope you guys heard this message loud and clear. Because he's had enough. I think you see the signs, okay? If this ain't spelling it out for you right here, come here. Bring this up right now, please. If this isn't spelling it out for you right here, I don't know what else it takes, okay? I'm showing you all this stuff. I'm spelling it out for you guys. You see the weather that's coming. You see the effects on the sun. All I can do is warn you, okay? That's my job. I put a target on my back. I'm going down. I'm dying for strangers I don't even know. Okay? I'm fucking dying over here. All right, that's it for tonight. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry it was so disturbing and so unnerving, but it had to be done. It had to be done. I'm sorry. It just had to be done. Please forgive me. Lord, please forgive me. We got to wake them up. That's it for now. I love you all. I do this for you because I love you, okay? So hang in there. I'm trying to. And until my next video, I'll be back.